everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 18 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
I'll play in your ass, but that's gay as a man. You said what? Yeah. Because I wasn't there to hoop. Kickball.
And the Ducks will put total leather to crank us up.
Kickball.
He'll bring it out. It's locked. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
First and 10.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
They'll run the option. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense.
All kinds of running room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third down.
so loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. He'll set up to throw. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Number 1 with the catch in the end zone.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion and an 8-0 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's low. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
First down here for the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The Ducks get it past the sticks.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Dropping back, it's Childs. Moving out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's got it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. A first down run in the red zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Ducks! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Love. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a... He uncorks one deep. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 8, Oregon 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Child. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. And that pass picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. There are few things that can impact the game more than the ability to hit the other team's quarterback, and that was a big play there.
And I love the team defense on this play. One, excellent job getting to the QB and forcing the errant pass. And how about the secondary on the back end, able to rally that football and pick it off?
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Nothing but green ahead. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? To the air, it's Childs. Snags it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, fourth down coming.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Fields. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
He wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this one.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Headed to the end zone. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Snap in the shotgun. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's low. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wide receiver shows motion. Now the play fake. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be pass, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease for that running back, and he took advantage of it.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Wide out in motion. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Love. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run the RPO and throw it right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Catch and stride inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Childs. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Still looking on the move. Wide open downfield. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it away to start the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You can tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing him.
Running toward the tape. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's low. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Cowboys! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10.
That makes the score Oklahoma State 35, Oregon 10.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Might be looking to run. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Give to the single back. Trucks through the defender. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight end and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks want to move quickly. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Oregon! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by a field goal over Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right.
Fires one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles. He can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Going up top on 1st down. Makes his connection. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. The Cowboys will have a 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Here comes the option. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
The option look. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You
Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And the punishment has been extended. Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma State 49, Oregon 17.
He'll bring it out. It's low. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Yeah, David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understanding late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
It's complete on the right side. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touches. The freshman able to get home with the sack. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking downfield, it's Child. Complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Up-tempo for the offense. The inside handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. Fights off a defender. Got some room, headed to the goal line. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They want that clock to run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Line getting set on second down. On the option. stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Now on the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Line gets set, first down. They'll run the option. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.